world dominated by information, facts, and endless data, you'd think nothing could surprise us anymore. But science? Oh, it still has plenty of cards up its sleeve. Today we're going beyond textbooks and lab coats to uncover the weird, the wonderful, and the absolutely unexplainable corners of science. I'm Your Name, and here are 35 mind-blowing science facts that will leave you speechless. From exploding rocks to thinking plants, let's get weirdly scientific. Your body contains atoms. Older than the sun, the hydrogen atoms in your body were formed during the Big Bang over 13.7 billion years ago. That means a part of you is older than our own solar system. Imagine carrying a piece of the universe's origin inside you every single day. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood. 2 hearts pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. Their blood is blue because it uses copper to carry oxygen instead of iron. And fun fact, their main heart actually stops beating when they swim. Bananas are naturally radioactive. They contain potassium-40, a naturally occurring isotope that makes bananas slightly radioactive. But don't worry, you'd need to eat millions of bananas at once for any radiation sickness to kick in. Rainbows can actually be full circles. We only ever see half of a rainbow from the ground. But from a plane or tall building with the right conditions, you can see a complete circle. The full rainbow is out there, we're just too low to see it. Humans glow in the dark. It's true. We emit tiny amounts of visible light, but it's 1,000 times weaker than our eyes can detect. Researchers using ultra-sensitive cameras have proven this bioluminescence peaks in the late afternoon. You are literally radiant. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Think about every desert and beach. Now consider that the observable universe contains over 1 septillion stars. That's a 1 followed by 24 zeros. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. This happens at something called the triple point, where temperature and pressure are just right for all 3 phases of matter to coexist. Sharks are older than trees. Trees evolved about 350 million years ago, but sharks have been swimming the oceans for over 400 million years. That means sharks were around before even the first dinosaur, let alone your backyard oak. You can start a fire. With ice, if you shape ice into a smooth lens, it can focus sunlight just like glass and ignite dry material. Survival science just got way cooler. We don't actually know why the universe exists. One of the biggest mysteries in physics is why there is something instead of nothing. The Big Bang explains how the universe began, but not why it exists at all. A day on Venus is longer than its year. Venus spins so slowly that 1 full rotation takes about 243 Earth days. But it orbits the Sun in only 225 Earth days, meaning its day is longer than its year. The average cloud weighs over 1 million pounds all. A typical cumulus cloud can weigh 1.1 million pounds. So how does it float? Because it's spread across a massive area and is less dense than the air below. A teaspoon of neutron star material weighs 6 billion tons. Neutron stars are so dense that just a teaspoon of their material would weigh more than every car on Earth combined. It's the closest thing we know to solid gravity. The human nose can detect 1 trillion smells. Once thought to recognize only about 10,000 scents, new science says the human nose can differentiate up to 1 trillion. You smell better than you think. Cats can survive. Falls from higher places better than lower. One's cats falling from high buildings tend to suffer fewer injuries than those falling from lower heights. Why? They reach a terminal velocity and relax, spreading out their bodies to glide like flying squirrels. Your stomach gets a new lining. Every few days. If it didn't, it would literally digest itself. The stomach lining replaces itself every 3 to 4 days, protecting you from the acid that breaks down food. Space smells like seared steak. Astronauts report that the inside of their suits smells like a mix of seared steak, welding fumes, and ozone after a spacewalk. That's the scent of atoms recombining in air. The Eiffel Tower grows in summer due to thermal expansion. The iron structure can grow up to 6 inches taller during hot days. Heat literally stretches it. Your bones are stronger than concrete. Ounce for ounce, human bone is stronger than concrete. It's also 5 times stronger than steel in resisting compression. A year isn't exactly 365 days. It's actually about 365.2421 days long. That's why we add a leap day every 4 years to realign the calendar with Earth's orbit. Lightning is hotter than the surface of the sun. A bolt of lightning can reach temperatures of 30,000 Kelvin. That's 5 times hotter than the sun's surface. Some metals explode and water drop potassium or sodium into water. and you'll get an explosive reaction due to the release of hydrogen gas and heat. Chemistry can be explosive. Blood makes up about 8% of your body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds, around 12 of those pounds are pure blood. That's one seriously efficient life juice. Trees communicate with each other using a network of underground fungi called mycorrhizal networks. Trees share nutrients and information. Scientists call it the wood wide web. You can measure time with a potato. The potato clock works because of the acid inside the potato reacting with zinc and copper electrodes to generate a small electric current. Low voltage science for the win. We share 60% of our DNA with bananas. Yep. Despite looking very different, we share a large percentage of our DNA with many living things. With chimps, it's about 98%, and with cats, it's around 90%. Butterflies can taste. With their feet, taste sensors are located on their feet, allowing them to identify suitable plants to lay eggs on just by landing. The ocean contains nearly 20 million tons of gold. It's incredibly diluted, only a few parts per trillion. But technically, the ocean is filled with treasure. Unfortunately, it's not economically possible to mine it. DNA is a better data storage than hard drives. All of the world's digital data could be stored in just a few grams of DNA. It's 100 million times more efficient than current technologies. The universe is still expanding. Despite the Big Bang happening over 13 billion years ago, the universe is still expanding. And not just expanding, it's accelerating. Dark energy is to thank or blame depending on your perspective. There are more synapses in your brain than stars in the galaxy. The average human brain has about 100 billion neurons, each with up to 10,000 connections, totaling over 1 quadrillion synapses. That's more than the number of stars in the Milky Way. Plastic-eating bacteria exists. Some bacteria have evolved to eat plastic and could be used to help reduce pollution. It's a tiny breakthrough with giant potential. Some turtles can breathe through their butts. Certain turtles have cloacal respiration, allowing them to absorb oxygen through their rear ends while underwater. Nature has a weird sense of humor. Sound travels 4 times faster in water. Due to water's density, sound moves much faster than in air. That's why whales can communicate across thousands of miles. Your brain has its own Wi-Fi. Neurons communicate using electrical impulses, creating measurable brainwaves. Your brain essentially broadcasts information all the time. Scientists are learning how to tap into these signals to create brain-machine interfaces. So, which of these science facts blew your mind the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this journey into the fascinating and sometimes freaky world of science, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Stay curious, and keep questioning everything.